YouTube, and welcome to another Salty Vapor review. Today we're having a look at this guy, which is the Velocity RDA clone by Tobeco. It is a rebuildable dripping atomizer. Let's start off with taking a look at some specs from eciggity.com, where you can purchase this for $19.99. A very good price. They are currently in stock, no less. The Velocity RDA clone by Tobeco is now available. It features a two-post design, which we'll see in the up close, that can easily fit your thickest wires due to the large wire holes, and it has a deep juice well to hold tons of juice. Both very true. It is 22 millimeters wide by 28 millimeters tall, which we will check with our calipers in the up close. It's made of 304 stainless steel, 510 threaded, has a peak insulator, copper 510 pin, and a deep 6 millimeter juice well. All things that I've experienced as we've gone along here. I have to say off the top that I am enjoying this atomizer. We'll talk a little more about that, some pros and cons after we do our up close. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave my build in here because it's working very, very well, and it's a really open deck, and you can kind of see what's going on even with my build in there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go down up close, do an unboxing, and look at the device nice and up close. So we'll go down and dirty and take a look at this baby. One moment. Okay, here we are up close and personal with the Velocity clone by Tobeco, this RDA. This is the box that this comes in here. This is the Allen key that you'll need to tighten your screws. Get those two items. We have a 510 drip tip adapter, some extra O-rings, and 4 extra grub screws there. This is the RDA itself. You see there, and it comes with this wide bore drip top pre-installed. If you wanted to use your own drip top, you would just screw that off, screw this guy on, and put your own drip tip in there, just like that. So I have been just using the normal 510 drip top. It's not super big, not uncomfortably big, like some of the chuff style caps tend to be at times. You do want to watch the threading a little bit. It's pretty beefy threading. You can see there. Let me focus in a bit. See that nice chunky threading. But as when you're with threading any plastic into metal, you do want to be careful with your threading because it can get janky there. So what else can we look at here? Let's do some measurements. I told you that that drip top wasn't super wide bore. I mean, it's wide bore certainly, but not as wide as, like, say, a chuff cap or something. Let's see exactly where that is. It measures outside diameter at 15.85 millimeters. Inside diameter, let's check that out. It is right at 12 millimeters, 12.02 millimeters inside diameter. So, so nice size. Let's check the specs here. It is 22.13 millimeters wide, or in diameter, and it is from the the metal part is 29.58 millimeters tall. With the cap installed to the bottom of the 510, it is 45.34 millimeters tall. So that gives you some idea of that. So yeah, 45.30 millimeters tall. We'll put this on a device. Look at the build deck real quick. Okay, this is on my Snow Wolf. Take a look at the build deck. There she is firing. You'll see that it has this, I'll focus in a little bit better. It has this two-post design like we've seen before on the Petrie, but I think this one's a little bit more unique. See the grub screws there on the side. You just to replace your build, you just take your Allen key there, put it and tighten your grub screws just like so, and put your build in. It doesn't break the wires at all. You'll see the way. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. You'll see the way I have my build is the way most people have been doing this. Is you put your top lead on the top hole, and then your other lead diagonal to the hole diagonal from that, and the same on the reverse side, and ends up fitting quite nicely. My build's getting a little gunked up there. Probably need to change that out soon, but it's been working so well. I hate to touch it. Give you some idea of the juice well here. Has this really nice deep. Pull out some of my wicking here, which I hate to do, but yeah, that's the. Let's focus in here a little bit and let you see this juice well. Nice deep 6 millimeter juice well. Holds lots and lots of juice. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with it, with the juice capacity on this RDA. So that's kind of what we have to see up close and personal with the here she is firing quite the thing there. That's what we can really see up close and personal with the Velocity RDA clone by Tobeco. Let's go back up top. I'll give you some pros, give you some cons, give you some final thoughts, and we will call that a review. See you in one moment. Here we are back up top. I'll just have a vape on this real quick. Nice vapor production. Nice airflow options. Like it's a little easier probably to see this up top, but you can adjust this baby all the way up to get the smiley face there. You can see, and adjust it all the way back down. Lots and lots of airflow options. Probably the most versatile RDA I've seen in terms of airflow options. You can close it down, make it a flavor RDA. You can really open those slots up, make it a real cloud chaser. I like it about 2/3 closed, with the top holes there about half open, and like it's a very, very unique airflow design on this RDA. So if you decide to pick one up, you just have to play around with it until you get your airflow kind of right, and and then you can keep it in the ballpark as you're taking it off and loosening it. Another thing that I forgot to mention when we were down up close was this little tab. Right there, there's a little tab on here that lines up with another little indent in your top cap there, and you just have to kind of scope it out, and it clicks into place like that, and that allows you to take the addy off and keep the addy stable. It doesn't just spin freely or anything when you're turning your cap. So again, very nice flavor, very nice vapor production. I'm vaping right now Bombi's Blackout City here on this warm, muggy day in East Central Indiana. It's a nice, refreshing e-liquid. It's a limoncello with a little bit of menthol flavoring in there. Not really mint flavoring at all, just menthol. And it's very, very light and refreshing. After doing a lot of heavier dessert vapes and things, it's very, very nice. I've been vaping a lot of cereal vapes, and those definitely I think I would put in the dessert category, and this is this nice limoncello kind of cooling effect of the menthol. Very nice on this hot day. So yeah, pros on this particular RDA has it's built very well. On a clone, this is always kind of the first thing I look at. The grub screws fit nice and tight. There's not a lot of play in there at all, but they're not too tight. They're not so tight that you can't loosen them and end up stripping them out or something. Like, just a nice balance. Screws are very nice. The posts are made very well. Nothing loose or janky. All the threading is nice and buttery smooth. You can see on that top cap, there's no crunchiness, no problems at all adjusting your airflow. The O-rings are also very well done. 2 thumbs up on the O-rings. That's sometimes one of my pet peeves, is that companies don't match the O-rings to the product properly, so then you get leaking, you get looseness, you get tightness. But on this Tobeco clone of the Velocity RDA, the O-rings are done very well. I don't have the authentic to compare it to, but it's hard to imagine that the authentic is milled much better than this. This one is nearly perfect in that regard. Other pros, again, this is probably the most versatile airflow I've seen on an Addy yet. You can really dial in your airflow setting to whatever you want, whatever kind of vape you want, be that kind of tighter vape like I enjoy, or at least mid-range vape, or if you want a very, very tight draw, K-Fun type draw, you can crank it down and get down into that territory, or you can open it up and do some cloud chasing. It really, I think it's, the design is nearly flawless in terms of airflow. And I will give credit where credit is due. The original, the authentic, was designed by Cisco and Dino at Insignia Designs. They did an awesome job designing this RDA. Do I feel bad reviewing a clone instead of an authentic? No. I especially don't on this particular one because I wanted to get an authentic, and it was available on a Thursday, and they were made available, I think, maybe on the Wednesday there, and which was kind of annoying because I was going to get paid on the Friday, and I went to purchase it on the Friday, and they're sold out. So you got to make your products available if you want folks to buy them. And I know I've seen interviews with Cisco where they say, well, it's two different markets, and I think that's the way they look at it. Two different markets, the clone market and the authentic market. But I'm a person that, when something comes out like this, groundbreaking RDA, I would prefer to get the authentic. And indeed, I tried to get the authentic. And after failing to do that, I went ahead and got the clone. And to be honest with you, I've been so happy with this clone that I'm kind of glad that I didn't spend the extra $100. This Tobeco version has been pretty much flawless. And so with that, kind of moving into cons, there really aren't any to speak of. Some people are not going to like that little tab that we talked about that you have to line up with your top cap. It doesn't really bother me a whole lot, and I'm a person that likes to drip directly on the coil, so I end up taking this off and lining it up every time I drip, and I've just gotten used to it, and not something I think about a lot. The deck design is beautiful. I have no complaints there. Really, that little tab is the only thing I can really think of as a con. And that's just the design. The authentic it has the same design. As I said, O-rings are great. The threading is great. The airflow is awesome by design. Just a really, really nice RDA. It's become my sort of daily use RDA. That and the Aeolus have been my two favorite, and I think that this one is a little bit better than the Aeolus even, which I really used the hell out of for a long time. I've been using this one daily here for a month with no issues, no breakdown in the screws, the posts aren't getting loose, the threads aren't getting bad, the O-rings aren't loosening up, nothing, no problems with this. I unhesitatingly recommend this Velocity RDA clone by Tobeco. And again, you can pick it up on eSiggity for $19.99, just a steal. $20 for this RDA, which I have a feeling is every bit as good as the authentic, which runs you about $120, $115, $120, and it's just a beautifully designed RDA. So anyway, again, in my heart of hearts, I wish I had the authentic. I wish I could at least do a side-by-side review of the authentic versus the clone. But again, if vendors don't make their product more widely available, that's not possible for folks like me to do that. So with that said, final thoughts, buy it. It's an awesome RDA. Can't go wrong with it. $20, you'll get again what'll probably become your favorite RDA in your collection. So thanks for joining me here on the Salty Vaper. We'll probably review this guy next, the Triton Aspire's new sub-ohm tank, sub-ohm slash 1.8 ohm tank that they have there. It's been performing nicely as well, But until then, have a nice day, have a nice night, etc., etc., and so on. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.